If you thought James Bond was the master of international intrigue, let me introduce you to another debonair man of mystery, Gary Gygax, the insurance underwriter turned gaming guru who co-founded the International Federation of Wargamers, or IFW, in 1967. This daring alliance led to basement gatherings, grand conventions, and eventually the fantastical realms of Dungeons and Dragons. And while we're embarking on this thrilling journey, here's a quest for all you noble adventurers. Take up your digital swords and shields by smashing that like button and forge an unbreakable pact with our fellowship by hitting subscribe. It's your chance to join the ranks of the brave, step into the epic saga of role-playing exploration, and ensure you never miss a beat of the action. Remember, in this realm, your support is the magic that keeps our adventure alive. Picture this: 1967, a basement in Lake Geneva, filled with 20 gaming enthusiasts. This gathering, aptly nicknamed Gen Con Zero, was the spark that ignited the gaming wildfire we know today. By the following year, Gygax had turned this humble event into Gen Con, a convention that has since bloomed into one of North America's largest hobby game gatherings. At this very convention, he would meet his future co-creator of D&D, Dave Arneson. Gygax had a special fondness for the Dark Ages. Fascinated by miniatures, he crafted rules that assigned capabilities based on their appearances. If a figure carried a shield but no armor, it was shielded and nothing more. If it bore full armor, then by the gods it had full armor. This innovation brought a new level of immersion to wargaming. Life wasn't always easy for Gygax. In 1970, jobless and with 5 kids to support, he tried to monetize his love for games by designing board games for sale. Unfortunately, the income was paltry, forcing him to resort to cobbling shoes for sustenance. However, during this time he continued to foster his passion, producing games such as Alexander the Great and Dunkirk, the Battle of France. Gygax's big break came in the form of Chainmail, a war game he wrote with Jeff Perrin. The game was a success for a small publisher, selling 100 copies per month. Chainmail's unique appeal lay in its fantasy supplement, which introduced wizards, warriors, and non-human races drawn from sources such as J.R.R. Tolkien. This fantastical element was a game-changer, quite literally. Chainmail's influence extended beyond Gygax. Dave Arneson adapted its rules for his Blackmore campaign, piquing Gygax's interest. Inspired, Gygax crafted The Fantasy Game, a 50-page rule set that was a precursor to Dungeons & Dragons. After multiple revisions and inspirations from authors like Jack Vance and Robert E. Howard, the final result was a gaming system revolutionizing tabletop RPGs. Though his innovative game was initially rejected by publishers, Gygax's perseverance never wavered. By 1974, his initial group of 5 had mushroomed to over 20. Today, millions worldwide celebrate Gygax's legacy with each dice roll, dungeon crawl, and dragon-slaying adventure. So here's to Gary Gygax, the trailblazer who took us from basement battles to fantastical realms of wonder and excitement. Gary Gygax passed away in 2008, but his legacy lives on, one dice roll at a time. So, the next time you gather your party, venture into a dangerous dungeon, or negotiate with a cunning dragon, remember to tip your wizard's hat to Gary Gygax. After all, he's the reason we can all be heroes, even if it's just on a Friday night, around a table cluttered with chips, soda, and a well-loved player's handbook.